All right, guys, go ahead and fire away.
Patrick, as you welcome back Rashee, does it feel like he's joining an offense that's just kind of regained its swagger after the ups and downs of the season to coming to now? I feel like it's in a rhythm.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we've gotten better and better. And adding guys like Xavier back and then getting Rashee back will just continue to hopefully improve what we can do. And so I think that all you can ask for is to get better each and every week, and I feel like we're doing that.
How much do you expect out of Rashee, or how much does he expect out of himself?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be out there every single play. I mean, that's just the mentality that he has. I think it's going to be our job as teammates and coaches to kind of build him back the right way. But it's going to be hard to keep him off the field for sure.
Patrick, it seems like you and Max Crosby have an interesting relationship, friends kind of off the field and intense on it. Can you describe that relationship you guys have often and what it means to see him on the field?
Yeah, I mean, it's a ton of respect. I mean, like you said, I mean, when I talk to him outside of football, it's like we're friends, and you wouldn't even see what happens on the football field. But I mean, he's the type of competitor like me. It's like when you get on that football field, it's whatever it takes to win, and you're going to leave everything on the football field. And I have a ton of respect for that. I mean, those are the guys that you want on your team because they play with that mentality, and he's trying to do that and build that culture there. And so I know when we step across that line and you get on that football field, it's going to take your best effort to find a way to go up against that guy.
Patrick, you talked in Brazil about Travis's shirt looked a little bit loose on him. I just wonder if there's a time this offseason where you noticed that physically he was looking different.
Yeah, I mean, you see it from the first day OTAs. I mean, obviously, like I play golf with him and stuff like that, but you don't know until you kind of get out here and you start moving around. And so I think right when you got to OTAs and you saw him and going through workouts, you could see that his body was in good shape and he was moving a little faster than he even was the year before. And I could tell just from the mentality that he had that he was going out there to prove something, and he's done a great job starting off this year.
What did you think of his shape this past game?
You said his shape or shake?
His shake.
Oh, his shake. Okay, it's Hakeem Olajuwon shake. Yeah, no, he still got it, man. He's got the vet moves. You know when you get up there a little older, you know how to use other guys' athleticism against him. And I feel like I have a couple of those as well. Maybe not the shake yet. I'm about to learn that one from him.
With Patrick, I remember in 2022, you saying that whoever was open was going to get the ball. How much of that year, and I know you won the MVP, you guys went on to win the Super Bowl, but it was a collective group, right, in terms of the passing attack. How much of that season can inform you and prepare you to add another guy back when you have so many what appears to be available options? Yeah,
no, for sure. It's I think the guys just know that. They know if they get open, I'm gonna throw them the football. It doesn't matter who it is. If you're getting open to the football field, you're going to get the football in your hands. And so I think the room is going to help out a ton with that. I mean, they have a lot of guys that truly care about each other and truly want each other to succeed. And it's a good problem to have that many talented guys in the room. But Coach Reed, Nags, they'll do a great job of calling different plays for different guys. And they'll keep defenses guessing because they won't know exactly where the football is going to go.
Patrick, what are you seeing just the trickle-down effect of having Rashee back on the rest of the room? Is it easier for other guys to settle into roles when you have the full allotment?
Yeah, and I think it's those guys work so hard to be their best. I mean, from training camp OTAs on, and I mean, I know they're going out there and trying to do what they can without Rashee there, but they want their guy there. They want one of their teammates there that worked his tail off to be in that position. And so I think just having them in that room, you can just tell those guys are energized and they're ready to go, and they want to showcase who they are as a complete room. And they've done a great job so far this year, and I think it's going to get even better with Rashee now.
On the field scheme-wise, do you notice you have more advantageous matchups maybe elsewhere on the field, even if Rashee's not the guy you're throwing to?
I'm sure there will be. I mean, I think you saw even this last week against the Lions with the speed that we had with Tyquan and with Xavier and Hollywood. Sometimes those guys underneath are getting open a lot more. And, I mean, adding Rashee there and him catching those balls underneath and then him with his yak and able to make stuff happen is going to force defense to choose. Like, are you going to sit back and let us throw stuff underneath, or are you going to come up and have to deal with all that speed running down the field? And so that's a good problem to showcase towards defenses.
Patrick, you guys have dug out of a couple of holes, 0-2, 2-3, get back to 500. Is there, any fear that, you can have a letdown, like, okay, we're where we thought we would be, and you need to motivate everybody?
It was the first thing Coach Reed said. It was about showing consistency. I mean, that's something that's super important in this league. You can have highs and lows and stuff like that. This is a long NFL season. It's about who can be the most consistent week in and week out. And so that's something that we have to be better at. We've showcased that we can play against anybody, but we've also showcased that we can make mistakes and lose against anybody. And so for us, it's about going out there and playing our best football every single week, getting better at practice, practice today, and continue that throughout the week. So they'll go up against a Raiders team that's hungry, and that it's always going to be a tight, contested football game.
You mentioned a couple times in here about needing to trust your line more, and you seem to have that trust even with Jaylon stepping in. Did you consciously come out of the huddle going, okay, I'm good, or is it just something that you get in the flow of the game and it happens?
No, I think it's just I know the work that Jalen's put in. He's a guy who's been a professional every single day. Every time he's been in there, if that's been left tackle, right tackle, guard, wherever it is, he's done his job and done it well. And so having those reps in training camp and throughout OTAs, I know that he's going to go out there and battle, and he's done a lot of great things that you just haven't seen on the field. So you see it now that he's a starting tackle in this league and can go out there and compete against anybody.
Patrick, what's the difference in prepping for a noon game? You guys play so many either prime time or late afternoon games. For you personally?
I think it's something that we could be better at, honestly. I mean, we haven't got that noon game this year, and I think last year we kind of came out flat in some of those games. And so we have to have the mentality of getting your work done at night, and making sure you can get a good night's rest, preparing yourself maybe a little bit more during the week so you don't have to get that last-minute study, kind of like cramming for an exam. You want to prepare yourself throughout the week, and so that when you wake up in the morning, you're fresh, you're ready to go, you get to the stadium, and you get out there and start the right way and don't start flat and have to dig yourself out of a hole.
Bye.
Patrick, I know this can change week to week, but between the way the line's playing and the way your receiver options are coming together, do you feel sort of as much kind of comfort and trust as you felt for a couple of years at this point? Excuse me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've felt good these last 2 weeks especially, and I think that it all starts with the offensive line. When they're blocking the way they're blocking, it gives me a lot of confidence to sit in the pocket and make these throws down the field, and then when that's not open, hit the guys underneath and let them make plays happen. And so that's about you to continue to steadily build on that. I have to continue to get better and better, and look at the tape, learn from even when we're having success, learn from the mistakes that we make, and that's what I'll try to continue to do throughout the rest of the season.
Has it felt more like a different sense of that with all that stuff going at once than maybe it has for a while, or
yeah, and I think, I mean, obviously when you start bad, you kind of don't have the room for error, so you have to stay on top of everything, and so sometimes wins can almost like hide some of the flaws that you have throughout the team, and when you lose, you really take a deep look at what you can get better and better at. And so for us, it's about accepting that challenge of now that we're having a little bit of success, still looking at the film the same way, and then going out there and competing and getting better each and every week.
Nate?
Patrick, I understand Sunday before kickoff was a bit unusual with Josh, but since then, have you been able to communicate with him, and is there any message you have for him at this point, given just the unusual nature of this?
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep conversations kind of between us, but I mean, it's I'm always praying for him. I'm praying for all my teammates, so I'm always praying for them, and I'll just keep everything else kind of private to us.
Todd?
Non-Chiefs question. The tortillas out of Tech, I know you're around Red Raider. Bit of a kerfuffle at the end of the KU game. The coaches were kind of talking about that. There's a rule in place now. What are your thoughts about trying to figure out what they're supposed to do?
Yeah, I'll stay in line with Coach McGuire. I mean, I love the tortillas and throwing the tortillas, and doing that at the first kickoff is awesome. But whenever it hurts the team, you don't want to do that. But I love the passionate fan base that the Red Raiders have, and I love how the Red Raiders are playing football right now. And so just keep it to not getting penalties on game day that could hurt the team, and then go out there and continue to win football games.
Neil?
Can you talk about playing an AFC West team, and while the Raiders have moved a lot, it's still the Raiders?
Oh, 100%. You feel that when you step in the building during Raider Week. I mean, it's I always say it doesn't matter if you're doing good, they're doing good, both doing bad. This game, it means more to everybody. Everybody that's playing in the game, both sides of the football, and so you have to have that mentality. It's a true rivalry game. You don't have a lot of those in the NFL, and I'm blessed to be a part of it because it really does bring out the best in both teams.
Thanks, Patrick.